Welcome. In front of me I have the Xiaomi REDMI Pad 2 Pro, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device and its specifications. So let's just get straight into this. Oh boy, wow, oh god, that is disgusting. It smells like China. Hopefully it's just this paper. Actually, I'm touching it. I hope it's not this paper. Oh, that's rancid. Oh boy. Wow. Oh boy, that's rough. Anyway, and here we got a Type-C to Type-A cable. It doesn't smell like absolute ass. Cool. That's at least, that's a positive. And here we get our energy sticker, some paperwork, and a SIM ejector, and that's about it. At least the box doesn't smell like ass. God, let me just like air it out a little bit. Ooh. Okay, a little bit better. Oof, wow, that is something. Anyway, let's boot it up, and we'll be presented with a 12.1-inch display that is running a resolution of 1600 by 2560 pixels. It is unfortunately just an LCD IPS display, but it's running at 120 Hz refresh rate, comes with a Dolby Vision support and a brightness of 600 nits. Boasts a 83.5% screen to body ratio and a pixel density of 249 pixels per inch. So in general, it's an okay display. It would have been much better if it had an actual AMOLED display instead of the LCD IPS, but I guess we can have everything. So moving on into the internals. My god, I will need to air out this room. So moving into the internals, we are looking at a whopping 12,000 milliamp hour battery. Gee, that's a unit. Maybe that's what smells so bad. It can be charged at 33 watts. Then comes with either 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, now depending on which storage you go for. So 128 gigs comes with 6 gigs of RAM, while 256 comes with 8. Both of these options have UFS 2.2 storage type, and both of them are expandable using a micro SD card. The device itself is being powered by a Snapdragon 7S Gen 4, so a pretty decent processor. And other than that, let's take a look at the cameras at the back. So we have a single camera at the back. That does have some heft to it. It's not a light device. So the camera at the back is a 8 megapixel 2.0 aperture wide sensor that does 1080p 30, and then we got a 8 megapixel 2.3 aperture right up here. That is a also wide sensor that also does 1080p 30 frames. So in terms of cameras, it is, I would say, mid. Build quality though, it's actually pretty interesting. We have aluminum frame and back, as it's a single piece. As you can see, it wraps all around. So this is aluminum, which obviously adds to a more premium kind of feel of this device, even though, to be fair, this screen right here doesn't really scream premium. It also adds bit more weight to this device than you would expect, so it's not a light tablet, but it's also, you know, a decent size, I would say. So that's about everything. And one last thing that I should mention is probably the price tag, and it is a well-priced device for what it offers, coming at about 300 euros. I would say it's a very fairly priced tablet that has things that are really going for it, like decent processor for the price specifically, a stupidly big battery at 12,000 with a, for the price, good charging speed. Not great, but good. It's outperforming my Samsung S25 by by several watts, as mine gets like what, 24 watts of charging speed. Fantastic phone, sarcastically speaking. So yeah, so the device is pretty good. The only thing I feel like it should have a little bit better options with is the storage. Even though you can expand the storage, it would have been nice if it started at 256 gigs of storage and went up to maybe half a terabyte or even a terabyte. Considering this is a device that is designed for prolonged usage based on the battery, it would probably be very nice to have more storage types or storage space. So for instance, if you download movies and shows like that onto the device and you use this on the go, maybe you go traveling and you have this, obviously it would benefit you to have a bit more than 128 gigs of storage or 256. Even 256 I would say is on a lower side for a device with 12,000 milliamps that you might be throughout the weekend not even charging once. As yeah, the battery here is just insane. So anyway, that about sums it up. Not much to it. I actually want to point out one more thing, which is something that I spotted while checking out the build. So we have a headphone jack at the bottom next to our type. Stop. There we go. Next to our charging port. So you can see right here, we also have our speaker grills on top and or left and right, or top and bottom, depending on how you're holding it. So yeah, that's about it. Now on our, I don't know, right, top, whatever you want to call it, side, one of the sides, we have our SD tray, which is right here, along with some microphones and the volume rockers. And that's about it. Solid device. Like I said, would probably really like to see an AMOLED display on here. That would basically make this absolutely amazing. But with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.